Good morning, Timberwolves. It's Ms. Robolino coming in again with another video lesson that's going to be talking about your personal graduation plan or your PGP. This is going to be able to help you understand what the next few years are going to be like. So you should be getting ready to go ahead and start picking your classes for next year in 8th grade. Some of you are going to have the opportunity to actually start taking some high school classes next year, such as Algebra 1. Some of you will also be taking the opportunity to be looking at things like LOT, language other than English, such as Spanish. You also have some other classes here at Wood Creek Junior High that you could also transfer as credits going towards your PGP, your personal graduation plan. So if you could please just come along with me so I can go ahead and start your ideas of thinking of what you're looking to take, because it's more than just going to high school. You really got to start planning about what you're going to do after high school. And it all starts with the classes that you are going to take in high school. So as we continue on, you're going to kind of see that your high school endorsement is going to be very important because it's going to kind of lead you on the classes that you are going to take. However, there are classes that you are required to take to go ahead and get your regular high school foundation diploma. So I just want to go ahead and quickly go over that. So today we're going to be focusing on and exploring how to prepare for high school classes that we take. From there, you are going to create your own personal graduation plan based on your interests and your goals. So just take a moment and stop and think about what it is that you like. We have gone through a large journey that is going to really go over your likes and your dislikes and what you want to do. Are you planning to go to a four-year college? Are one of your goals to be able to go ahead and be the top 10% of your class? Are your goals to go straight to work? Are you looking to go to a community college or trade school? What is it that your interests are? That will help determine how you plan out your high school career. So please make sure you really stop and think about this, because starting in the next few months, you really are going to start planning your future. And it's scary to think that's going to happen very fast, but it is. So again, what are your options? Just to give you a brief idea, you have your certification program, which you can do at a community college or a trade school. You can go to a technical school. You can go straight to your career. Maybe high school could help. Maybe some of you are looking at a career in the military. Maybe you're looking to go ahead and go for your undergrad degree, your bachelor degree, or maybe you just want to get your associate's degree in a two-year college and then go from there. The options are endless, and that's awesome that you have those options. Just make sure that you're able to go ahead and kind of look at the ideas and have options of which way you want to go. So just to kind of understand how high school works is that there are basic 22 classes to get a basic over general education. And this is what's required by the United States, the federal government, and what colleges require for you to be able to enroll in their institution. So English is going to be mandatory. Now, how you wish to take English depends on whether you wish to take college level English throughout the years, like AP or dual credit English, which will count towards your PGP plan, or are you looking to go ahead and just do the basic English? But again, there's different levels in high school. Something similar to like CAP and ACA, you determine the level. You have your CAP classes, which are going to be preparing you for college classes, or you have your ACA classes, which is just for general knowledge. Where do you wish to challenge yourself? That's up to you. So everyone needs to be taking 4 years of an English class. There's no way of getting out of it. This is what you're going to do. You then have to take 3 years of a math class. Then, unfortunately, there is no way out of this. However, some of you can start taking those math classes next year if you qualified for algebra, and that's totally up to you. And you'll know if you qualify because your counselor will be able to help you. If you're not sure, you may want to talk to your 7th grade counselor to see if that's something that you want to look into. From there, you can go ahead and you can take your 3 credit courses throughout the year, your freshman, junior, your freshman, sophomore, junior, or if you're taking algebra, it would just be your freshman and your sophomore year. Now, just because the minimum is 3 math classes, does it mean you have to stop there? Well, that's where the endorsements come in, and we'll kind of get into that in a little bit. Next, you have to take 3 credit classes for science, which means you're going to be taking 3 different science classes. Everyone really starts off with biology their freshman year, moving on to chemistry their sophomore year, and then their junior year is usually either going to be physics, or it's going to be deciding whether you want to take a dual credit class or an AP class. And you'll find out more when you start planning with your high school counselor when you get into 9th grade. You then need to take 3 years of a social studies. Usually it starts off with either an AP class in AP Human Geography, or you can either choose between world history or geography. And again, determine the challenging class that you want, whether you want CAP or if you want just an ACA class. That just totally comes to you. So this is kind of like how it sets up. You then need to be able to take 2 years of a language other than English. That's your LOT class. So many of you could start taking that starting next year in 8th grade. Do you want to go ahead and look at Spanish? If you're not interested in Spanish, you may want to go ahead and start your freshman year with looking at French, Italian, Portuguese, Mandarin. Different schools have different options. You may want to go ahead and take a look at their course catalog that they have available on their website. Fine arts. This could be anything such as theater, drama, art. You just need 1 credit. Then you have physical education. You need 1 credit of physical education and half credit of health. Half credit means half a semester, so half the year. So you take that one time, and then communication skills and 4 different electives. And those electives are going to be determined by what your endorsement is to be able to help you. So I want to quickly go ahead and show you what you should be having. And you should have something similar to this. It doesn't have to be exactly this. So this right here is just something to help you with your personal graduation plan. It just kind of explains what you need and it explains the classes. Your teacher will go over this with you and just kind of read over the different endorsements. So you have your English, math, science, social studies, your language other than English, your physical education, your fine arts, and your elective endorsements. Okay, so including endorsement classes. So this is kind of what it comes down to. So just to kind of understand how classes work, 1 credit in high school equals 1 year class. Half a credit is going to mean it's going to be half a year class, basically 1 semester's worth. There are 2 semesters in a school year. So I hope that kind of lays things out for you. So this should be something what you kind of had in the back, looks something like this. And you have you would go from junior high all the way to 12th grade. So I kind of want to show you what you're going to be setting up. So in junior high, depending on what you're going to be taking, you know, if you are going to be taking algebra, right, you're just going to go ahead and you're going to type that, you're going to write that in there. And then maybe you want to take Spanish. So you're going to go ahead and say Spanish. Okay. And then from there, you need to kind of decide what you're going to be taking. So you do take US history, which is a must. You don't have that choice. And then, you know, you have your science class. You have your English class or your ELA. And then whatever electives you have, such as chorus, athletics, whatever it is that you take. Okay, so that's just something to kind of help you understand what we're filling out. So now we're going to start thinking about 9th grade. So the best way to kind of think about this is just type in English all the way through. You're going to be taking 4 years of an English. Go ahead and fill that out. Now you may want to think about, do you want to take a college credit English? Or do you want to take an AP English or just a regular English? Just go ahead and kind of write that down. That's usually around the 12th grade or the 11th grade where you're going to be taking a dual credit English. You don't take that in your undergrad years. Undergrad means 9th and 10th grade, and then your upper grad, which is going to be your junior and senior year. Okay, then from there, you're going to decide when you want to take Spanish or if you wish to go further on. So as you kind of fill this out, you know, you got your 3 years of math. So if you're taking math, you're just going to kind of think about that for a second, what you're going to take. If you're taking algebra now, then you just need 2 more. But again, if you wish to go further, you have those options such as college classes that are available to you in DC or AP. So I hope this kind of gives you the gist of kind of what you're filling out and what you should be expecting. But let's just go ahead and let's quickly go back and kind of understand what's going on. So as you can see, your personal graduation plan is going to be personalized by you. And you should have something that's similar to this, what's being shown to you. And it's very similar to what I'm showing you before. So then look at what your interests are and what are your goals. The foundation plan allows flexibility and choices, so you are able to choose the course of study that best fits you. Everyone is different. Don't do what your friends are doing, because then you're not going to be very happy, because your likes and your interests are going to be very different. This is you planning your future. This is you not trying to take the same classes as your friends. So planning your foundation is very simple. Some high school credit courses are available to junior high students, as I mentioned before. Algebra 1, Art 1, Spanish 1, Concepts of Engineering, Principles of Human Service, and Computer Technology. This is all available here at Wood Creek Junior High. So you can think about putting that into your personal graduation plan if that's what you want. So Art 1 is going to be one of those fine arts credits. If you want to just get rid of that now, you don't have to worry about that in high school, because maybe you want to be focusing on a science endorsement. So you know you're going to be really busy with your science classes. Okay, so again, junior high, this is just something similar what you're going to be taking. If you're planning on taking Algebra 1, write that instead of math, as you see here. So you have English, math. If you're taking algebra next year, then you would write that in. Science, social studies, and you have your PE and athletics. And then from there, 5, 7, and your other, which is going to be advisory. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to put in the classes that you're interested to take next year, whether it be chorus, band, orchestra, whatever it is that you're looking to take, or maybe the principles of engineering. Okay, so again, 4 credits for English, English 1, 2, 3, and your 4th English course is either going to be English 4 or some type of dual credit. It's totally up to you. So just kind of think about that. Because it's 1 credit, it means that it's 2 semester classes. Okay, and they're each worth half a credit, which means 0.5 is 0.5 equals 1. Okay. You then see that, again, your next is your math courses. What is it you're going to take? Well, you start off with Algebra 1, but if you're taking Algebra 1 next year, you're going to start off with Geometry your freshman year. And then a 3rd math course depends either on Algebra 2, and then you have your pre-calculus and then calculus, depending on how far you're looking to go. But remember, you only need 3. If math is not your strong subject, maybe you just want to go ahead and take Algebra, Geometry, and Algebra 2, and then you're done. You don't have to do anymore. Okay, looking at your science classes, everyone starts off with biology. Everyone's on the same. There is no AP courses for science in your freshman and sophomore year. You could start looking at that your junior and your senior year. So you have IPC, which is known as chemistry or physics, a third choice, which is going to be looking at, you know, your dual credit or your AP classes, and then a 4th one if you wish to go ahead and take a 4th science class for the year. You then have planning your high school foundation with social studies. Remember, you could start taking a college level class your freshman year, AP Human Geography. I do encourage you to look into that if you're looking to go ahead and start experiencing what college level courses involve. It's a great way to get introduced, and it's a really interesting class that I feel like you would enjoy. Okay, so again, you go from world geography or world history as your choice, but again, you do have the choice to choose AP. Then from there, you move on to US history, and then you are required to take a government and economics class, but you take that in 1 year because they are only half credit courses. So which means you take either economics the first semester and government the second, or you swap that. Okay, and that is usually done your junior and your senior year. And many times people do not add social studies their sophomore year. And that's because you only need 3 years of a social studies to go ahead and complete your high school foundation diploma. But it is encouraged for you to take 4, and that's usually with a DC class or an AP class. From here, when you're planning for your high school foundation, you do need 2 years of a language. Many students like to get that started their 8th grade year. Are you looking to do that? Are you not looking to do that? Make sure you really think about this. Okay, so endorsements, this is the 5 different endorsements that you can choose. Remember, if you want to be the top 10%, you either have to choose a STEM, science, technology, engineering, or math to be considered the top idea of, you know, to be considered like the top class, top classmen, top 10%. It depends on your endorsement. These are the different endorsements that we have. We have STEM, which is going to be focusing on science, technology, engineering, and math, business and industry, public science, art and humanities, okay, and multidisciplinary studies. Whichever endorsement you set dictates which courses you will take on your foundation courses. Each endorsement requires 4 additional courses. So just make sure you kind of think about that. So, for example, when you're looking at the 4 additional courses, you usually have to do either 1 additional math credit, 1 additional science credit, and 2 additional electives. And this here would be your endorsement for STEM. Okay, you will be reviewing and adding your 4 courses specific at that point. The DLA, which is Distinguished Level of Achievement, so that again, the top 10% class, okay, you need to complete your 22 foundation credits, 4 endorsement classes, you must have taken Algebra 2, and you must have 4 years of science. Okay, the only way that you can be that top 10% or the DLA is going to have to require that. So again, if that's what you're looking for, just kind of consider doing those dual credit or AP courses. So taking a look here, this is what describes your different endorsements. You have science, technology, engineering, mathematics. These are the types of classes you're going to be looking at for STEM. You have mathematics, combination of more than one of the 2 categories, computer science. Okay, just kind of look over that. For business industry, you're looking at things like agriculture, food and natural resources, art, business management, administration, finance, hospitality and tourism, information technology, manufacturing, marketing, debate, public speaking. Okay, take a look. Does that interest you? Because that may be your endorsement. Public service, human services, law, health service, public safety, education, training, government, junior reverse officer. So again, public services, that does include something like wanting to go ahead and be a doctor, because that's public service. Okay, art and humanities, 2 levels each in 2 language other than LOT, 4 levels of the same language other than English. English electives not included in business and industry, social studies, American Sign Language, which is going to be considered a language. So kind of take a look at that. Is that what you're looking at? And then you have your multidisciplinary studies, 4 advanced courses from other endorsement areas, 4 credits in each foundation subject area, including English 4, chemistry or physics, 4 credits in advanced placement, international Vera Calculate or dual credit selected from English, mathematics, science, social studies, or LOT or fine arts. So again, it depends on what you're looking at. Please make sure you take a moment to think about what you need, and it's a big decision, but just because you write it down on this paper doesn't mean that that's what you need. It at least gets you thinking. Okay, so as you can see here, this is kind of what many of you should have, unless you have the other one I showed earlier. So just go ahead and start thinking about what you want to do. Your teacher will be helping you kind of plan and set up just the normal classes that you're going to be taking. 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 3 years of social studies, half a credit of health. And from there, it's going to be a lot easier as you go through. So please make sure if you have any questions, you ask, and we'll go ahead and help you. Other than that, have a great day.